Hello crafty friends, it's Donna here and I'm back with the second in this series of butterflies and inky backgrounds cards. Today we're going to make some cards with some individual butterflies on them. Once again we're using these inky colour papers from Paper Rose Studio. This time though we'll be using the Alora layered butterfly dies. And I'm going to make a bunch of different butterflies with these and then use a few of them on the cards. I'm using the background die to cut out some of those inky papers, and then I'll add a shim to my die cutting sandwich and cut those intricate fronts from gold. You can see I use a variety of methods of getting rid of the insides. I'll use a little bit of liquid glue to get these layered up, and then let's get them onto some cards. I'm going to make some lovely textured backgrounds for these butterflies, but I'm moving away from the traditional leaves or vines or flowers and using this Tufted Elegance 3D embossing folder from Paper Rose. To begin with, I've cut a circle and I'm going to 3D emboss that. Here's a little look at that embossing folder over a whole sheet of card. We're going to use that a little bit later. Next, I'm going to emboss this teal paper, but I want it to line up with my front. So I've clicked that white circle back into the embossing folder so that it lines up, and then I'm placing that whole white circle and embossing folder package where I want it on the card. Then, it's a simple matter of sliding out my white circle and embossing that whole sheet of teal cardstock. And then I can find the position that it was just by sliding it together between my fingers. It sort of clicks into place when you've got it in the right place. While we're gluing that together, let's have a quick life update. I finished my first semester of university. It's lovely to see you again. It's been really hard. The workload has been enormous and the pressure of the deadlines has really had me swamped. So I've not been really putting out many videos, and I've been almost absent on Instagram, where you can find me, by the way, at donnadoll74. I'm hoping to use my break between semesters to get going again on posting and just joining back in the lovely crafting community that I've missed so much. I'd actually like a little bit of a white border between my card base and this front. And so I'm going to trim it down very slightly. I'm going to use a sentiment from the Happy Birthday sentiment sheets, and I'm choosing something in a nice bright gold to match the front of my butterfly. Whatever method you use to adhere your embossed card, make sure you use enough adhesive to really stick it down, because only part of that paper is going to be in contact with the background. Here's the first of those finished cards. Do you remember the white embossed card from earlier in this video? We're going to use that now. And I'm using a creamy gold paint to give it a little bit of spatter. I was experimenting with tapping off my finger, and I can tell you it gives you paint in some fairly straight lines. But I wasn't too worried about that because the butterflies are going to cover a lot of it. And now let's just take a collective couple of seconds to breathe deeply and watch paint swirl. Relaxing, wasn't it? I'm using a Memento Tuxedo black marker just to run around the outside of my black sentiment so that you can't see the white core of the card. And then I'm going to pop up these butterflies with foam tape, the same way that I popped them up on the first card. And I'll add this Happy Birthday sentiment. I hope you've enjoyed these cards and that you can think of some ways to be inspired in your own craft room. Feel free to like or subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll be back soon with another card. Bye for now.